so poor. So poor tonight. So poor tonight by Ollie and Manchester United. Absolute disaster. Ollie out's going to pick up so much more leverage and potency before the weekend. This game against Everton now becomes do or die. All the good work built up by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer over the Newcastle, PSG, RB Leipzig games is gone. The goodwill is evaporated. And tonight, nothing but criticism. Nothing but criticism tonight for such a poor performance from front to back. Bad starting lineup, bad in-game management, bad individual play. Terrible attacking from us as a team. The static nature. I'm surprised people haven't had electric shocks tonight with how static they have been. Every single player, drop your head in shame. Ollie, drop your head in shame after tonight's performance. Absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful from every single player, from the manager and everybody involved. There is absolutely no defending tonight in any way, shape, or form. Do me a favor. I'm sure you're going to want to banter us. The more of you hit the like button, the more people that see this video, the more that get to come here and laugh. But what? So hit that like button. Sign up to our newsletter. The link is inside the description below. But absolutely woeful. That's all. I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed and angry with how we played tonight. The personnel picked, the individual performances, the in-game management, the substitutions, the lack of desire, the lack of hunger. There's no point. There's no point turning up and doing this. Turning up and playing against PSG. No point turning up against RB Leipzig and destroying them. There's no point turning up against any of these big sides when we come up against minnows and keep losing. And tonight stunk. Tonight stunk of what we saw against Brighton, what we saw against Crystal Palace. For the first goal, right? Nobody was back defending. We were playing a 0-1-9, or whatever it was. No, we had a goalkeeper. That's just not 9. A 0-1-8. We had no one defending. Demba Ba had the freedom of the park to run into. The second goal, Juan Mata loses it. You got both fullbacks are bombed on forward. We're committing everybody forward into the attack when we don't need to at that point. It left our defenders exposed. They all then come across. There's 2 Istanbul players alone in the box to put the ball into the back of the net. And then we get a goal back. And you think, right, let's regroup, come out in the second half and do something. Tuanzebe bought off. I understand that. I get it. He was having a really, really, really poor game, no doubt. That happens. And then what comes next? Nothing. Man, we don't lay a glove on Istanbul for the whole second half. Every single player poor. Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Pogba, Cavani, Van der Beek. This is not about systems. This is not about systems and formations. This is about 2 things. If teams put a lot of pressure on us, we crumble. If teams sit back with a low block, we cannot break them down. There's a mentality issue here with these players. We take the easy teams too easy, and then when they sit back, it's like we haven't got any get up and go. And Ollie tonight, listen, picked the wrong players, picked the wrong substitutions. Awful from Ollie. There's no defending him. He is going to come into an onslaught of criticism, and the man absolutely deserves every single second of it. Every single second of criticism that Ollie gets tonight, he deserves. This team have never scored a goal, let alone won a game in the Champions League, and they bossed Manchester United tonight. We had Cavani, Paul Pogba, Rashford, Martial, Bruno, Van der Beek, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Matic, all on the pitch at different times, of course. And we couldn't lay a glove on a 78-year-old Skirtle, a 278-year-old Demba Ba. What's wrong with us? So bad tonight. So bad tonight. Just shocking in every single way you can possibly imagine. Absolutely shocking. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. Skype lines are open. Call via Football Terrace FC on Skype. I want to hear from you right about now, people. Sorry, I'm just opening it up now. Just letting people know now. Just embarrassed. That's all I can say I am tonight. Some super chats here. Zane says, Obama who? Thank you very much to Paul for becoming an Academy member of the channel. Yazir here says, we could have gone 3-0 down, but we still have enough to win. We do, and we didn't lay a glove on these guys. Thank you to Zubs for becoming a legendary member of the Football Terrace. That means a great deal that you've signed up to that. But yeah, man, I'm genuinely just embarrassed by the way my team played tonight. There's no defending it. Comment here says, disgrace. Ollie's team has a lacks so much consistency. We do. And tonight was beyond inconsistent. Tonight was just absolutely unacceptable in every way, shape, and form. And it's a club. This has been going on for years at Man United. I'm not even singling it out to one night. This has been going on for absolute years. The level of inconsistency from Manchester United Football Club is atrocious. It's a mentality issue from the middle, because this club, forget picking on individuals for a moment, this club doesn't care about winning football matches. This club doesn't care about being champions of Europe, champions of England, champions of anywhere, bruv. They don't care. And it seeps into these players, and it's never going to change. And this is just what we're going to be stuck with forever now. Hit that like and share button, people, right about now. Smash the like button. 3,000 people watching. Anthony Jones here, the super chat, says, you know what was weird? A 35-year-old running at our goal and a 35-year-old chasing him. Two of our fastest defenders were not seen. Shocking positioning and terrible defending. Shocking positioning, shocking defending, shocking management, shocking tactics, atrocious. And it isn't the first time we've done it this year, where our players get suckered into the play and they're not aware of what's going on around them. The management from these players, the management from Ollie tonight, atrocious. Another super chat here says, Terry, don't ever compare Bruno to KDB, best attacking midfielder. He's a fraud. You're a disgrace with some of your statements, bruv. That's a little bit strong, my man. Bruno Fernandes is a top class player. You can call me a disgrace all you want. I think Bruno Fernandes, over a 2-year period, which I said he would do, will prove himself to be the best in the league. But remember, if we've got a PE teacher of a coach and we have no tactics, where's the leeway for the players? Or it's both, like I've said. When I say it's both, I get called an Ollie defender. What's it going to be, bro? I'll read your super chat out because I respect people paying for their super chats. But phone the show and come and have your say. Bruno Fernandes has been an outstanding signing. His goal contribution to game ratio has been astounding, the most important element of an attacking midfielder. And he almost scored a goal today and did some bits and pieces. Yeah, you can't have one bad game and then pricks like you put a super chat out saying, "Oh, you're a disgrace to compare him after one game." Where were you when he's scoring the goals? Where were you when he's winning games? Why are you not super chatting me then? Fool. This is the problem with a lot of football fans. I have a football player. I have one bad game out of 10, out of 20, and it's just, see, I told you he's rubbish, Terry. I told you he's rubbish. You fool. You honestly. You shouldn't do that, man. It's embarrassing to yourself. Why did 12th feel like 90 minutes? Everyone forward. They conceded the first goal. Listen, Monsieur Ahmed with your super chat there. You're so right, bruv. It's beyond me. It's beggars belief why we had so many men forward in the 12th minute. You don't need to push that many people forward in a game until maybe the last 15, 20 minutes if you're losing. We're doing it all the time at the minute. It's mad. When we go up against substandard teams, Manchester United Football Club stop concentrating. I got man like Neeks on the air. What you saying, Neeks?
Terry.
Yo.
Boy, listen. I don't even know where to start. That is the worst. We've lost 6-1 this season. And that's the worst 90 minutes I've seen.
Agreed.
That is the worst 90 minutes I've seen. And we lost 6-1 this season. We lost to teams, we're talking about Crystal Palace, who wouldn't even sniff the Champions League. And that is the worst 90 minutes I have seen this season. And at halftime, I thought it's the worst 45 minutes. I didn't expect it to get worse. It actually got worse. When you think, did we even create a chance? in that second half. I don't remember a chance.
Nope.
I don't remember a chance being created in that second half. And listen, the players were as bad today as they've been in many, many games this season. But starting from the off, as you mentioned, we're so naive and arrogant. And where does it come from? Where does it come from to think that we can rock up in the Champions League away from home with one defensive midfielder flying forward like we're prime Barcelona? Is it Busquets at defensive midfield and Jordi Alba and Alves at fullback? Who the hell do we think we are? That starts from the manager. I'm going to criticize the manager because he set out the team today. He set out the tactics. So when you've got one defensive midfielder, and I said it after the 6-1, Fred has to start every game. And I know you can't start him every game, but that's the situation we're in. We don't have a man who can play a holding role in terms of a number 6 because they ain't got to have the positional awareness or the technical ability or the legs. Matic in that role is always going to be a liability. But you start from that. You say, that's horrible tactics. We've been showing up this season already, and you go and do it again in the Champions League. In what should be, really, we're looking over the 2 games. We're looking for 6 points to qualify for the group and make it easier for ourselves. But then you give away the first goal like that. That is all on the players. Because you can't expect a coach or manager to manage every situation that's happening on the pitch and say, oh, look, there's a man there, go there. What happened to the players? Where were they to allow Demba Ba to run from his own half? From his own half and score? From back to front, from manager to players, that is the worst 90 minutes I have seen this season. We've been bad. And I'm saying this right now. I don't even think a convincing win against Everton saves Ole. The international break, he might be gone. It wouldn't surprise me.
Mate, I mean, listen, do you know what's crazy, right? He had those 5 games, and I believe those reports that happened during the last international break that he had 5 games to save his job, and I believe that was true.
Yeah.
And he comes in, and in those 5 games, he kind of saves his job, right? And then it's almost then like there's this kind of release of like, we helped save Ole. We like Ole because there's no doubt in my mind they like Ole. We helped save his job. And then the inconsistency creeps back in again, and we go back to square one because this is just this has become inherent and ingrained at the football club for inconsistency and a lack of want. The club doesn't want to be the best football team in Europe or the best football team in the world. Individual players might, but the club doesn't, and it stinks and it comes through all the time. There's a comment here saying, Terry, are you still backing Ole to stay, or do you think his time is up now? Listen, I've been saying this for weeks now, and I'll repeat it again. It doesn't matter. I'm going to sound like The Rock here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if The Rock stays. If Ole stays. Man United are going to be here in 18 months with the next new manager. And then 18 months after that with the next new manager. Because this club is rotten to the core. This club is a disgrace.
Because it doesn't matter. Why are we expending our energy on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Jose Mourinho or Louis van Gaal or Moyes? It doesn't matter, as you said, until things change at this club. We're going to be back in here in 18 months. But of course, if you like repetition, then do what you have to do. Say what you have to say today, tweet what you have to tweet, and I'll see you in 18 months.
Yeah, just literally save yourself a lot of time and energy as well. Whatever you're tweeting today about Ole, okay, save another version in your drafts, but leave an X where the name is, and just put a new manager's name in there in 18 months' time. This is a club problem. And I know what you'll get from people. But the Woodward didn't pick the team today. People mark. This is a mental issue that has been created for 7 years, 8 years, and it's manifested, and it seeps through in every manager. I remember this same performance, bruv, 4 years ago when Jose's team got beat by Galatasaray. I remember the same performance, bruv. The same performance. This has been going on since day dot. It's since day dot. Listen, KJ's on with me and Neeks now. What are you saying, KJ?
Big up yourself, KJ, man. Is he muted?
KJ. He's having a minute's silence. I don't know what he's doing.
Prayer, isn't it? He's having a prayer.
He's having a prayer. He's gone. He's fainted. He's passed out. He don't know what's going on.
Listen, it doesn't matter. And as I said, and I've come out, if we want to talk about the 90 minutes, people say, yeah, but what could Woodward do for the 90 minutes? You're right. Solskjaer was poor for the 90 minutes. The players were poor for the 90 minutes. But the same situation we're in now, people will say, oh, I told you so. I told you that Solskjaer's not good enough. Well, hell, 2 years ago, I told you we're going to be back here. So we can do this. I told you all day long for the last 7 years, for the last 15 years since the Glazers have been here. Where's that going to get us? I'm not expending that energy anymore.
Yeah.
I expected this, and unfortunately, it's come for a Man United legend.
But I hear that completely. The super chat from Brandon says, Terry, players need to take responsibility. £200 million worth of attacking talent, and Man United simply can't break down a defense. And that's true. And you know what? It's crazy, right? Because I get systems and I get patterns of play and I get styles, right? But again, we had LVG. LVG created the blueprint for playing patterns and styles for people like Pep Guardiola to go and create. Man was a pioneer for these people. He couldn't get us doing it. Jose came in. This guy, we won't lose a lot of games with him. He's the pioneer of winning trophies. He couldn't make us win anything major.
Hello.
Ollie hasn't been able to do it. Hello, KJ. It's just for me. Yes, players have to take responsibility. Yes, Ollie has to take responsibility. But we've been here for 8 years with different sections of groups of players. You know, like, I'll give you an example tonight. Tuanzebe had an absolute stinker tonight. But how often have we seen this in the last 8 years? We say, play Tuanzebe, play Donny van der Beek, then you'll see an improvement. We play those players and we get the same level of performance. There's something wrong with our club mentally. KJ, what you saying, bro?
Listen, remember earlier today I said we was talking about Ollie and his time and when he's going to come in that. I said about he hasn't had the vote of confidence team. That's the final nail in the coffin, isn't it? What happened today?
Yep.
That came out today.
He's getting sacked at the weekend. He's getting sacked at the weekend, and the players know. And the players know.
We know that everyone knows he's losing his job. Potch, the way man was smiling and talking on Monday Night Football, man knew he's got his job coming soon. You know what I'm saying? We all know that Ollie ain't the guy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if Manchester United, Ollie and the players are fighting hard to keep Ollie's job because I think they respect him. And there's been either an internal announcement or something being said internally within football along the lines of, Poch has agreed something with Manchester United Football Club. Ollie's going.
The reality is, Terry, the players are they see social media the same as that we do. They see the news like we do. So they're even if they haven't been told that directly or whatever within the club, they're feeling the same thing that we're feeling. They can't be oblivious to it.
Here's the thing, I've been having this back and forth in one of the group chats that I'm in. They're saying Ollie out. He's crap. He's terrible. He's not good enough for the job. I'm like, cool, fine. I accept that. I'm with that. You know what I mean? He isn't good enough for the job, and he should be going. But I said to them, but who's got the power to make it happen? I'm getting people saying, the Woodward and the board and the Glazers ain't that bad, really. I mean, what are you chatting about?
Bro, let me just say this now as well. Barring
sorry, Terry. They're the ones who hire the people who are crap at their jobs.
That's true. And on top of that, barring Allegri, every other manager that we're looking at bringing in that's heavily touted with us is young, and they all play different football. And Poch is talking about a big overhaul in the club that he goes in. And Allegri will need a massive overhaul if he's the manager. Why? Because his system's completely different. Those overhauls take 18 months to 2 years. We don't give managers 18 months to 2 years, not our fans and nor our owners. We can never get out of this rut. And one of the reasons I heard people say this, and people going, standards. A lot of people were saying they're happy to stick with Ollie. And it was not even about Ollie being good enough or not. It wasn't about lowering standards. It was just saying, can we just not give a manager his 3 years and set a precedent that we'll give someone the time? Because if we're always sacking managers early, certain players use it as a get out of jail free card. I'll down tools. I don't get enough game time. I'm going to throw him under a bus. The media hypes up really quickly as soon as bad form kicks in. If this is just going to keep repeating itself over and over again.
No one gets me the most. Sorry, go, KJ.
People say standards. The managers lowered our standards. All these things. They're not having a go at the people who really have lowered our standards, because the board are the people who set the standards for the football club. If their standard is we want to win the league, do you think Ollie and the players will be doing this?
Ollie would never have been hired if
he would be hired in the first place.
They want to win the league.
They are the people who set the standards low. So if you're gonna go after Ollie for setting the standards low and he's not good enough, cool. At least go after the people who set the standards up. We'll make top 4, even if we scrape it. We're okay with that. You know what? Them man are the ones that say, if we're not in the Champions League, we'll spend so much money on new players. But as soon as we get there, we're not going to spend money.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. I'm annoyed tonight with the players. I'm frustrated with lots of them. I'm annoyed tonight with Ollie on a personal level. But at the end of the day, Ollie getting sacked, it's not going to make me happy because I know I'm going to be back here in the same place again. And you know what, Nix, I'm going to steal what you've said before, and I'm going to openly admit you're plagiarizing this. Man United have a brain tumor. A strong painkiller might get rid of a headache, but it isn't getting rid of the tumor. And sacking managers is the tablet, is the painkiller. We need more than that to fix this football club. But we can't make him sell. So let's just put up with it. Then you're going to be back here again. And listen, let me say this now. Bookmark this video the next time a Manchester United manager is under pressure and listen to the things that are being said. It will be how he behaves in press conferences, in-game management, style, bottle, can't get us over the line, can't motivate players. We say the same thing about every manager every single time. And it's one of two things. It's either always the manager's fault, right? Or there's a problem deeper at the club. And if it's always the manager's fault, you're now trusting the same board to pick the wrong manager again or try and get it 5th time lucky. Or it is the club at the heart that is the problem, and that isn't changing. So either way, I can't be happy. I can't be happy. There's no solution to this that's going to make me happy, barring the Glazers selling up. That's it. And until that point, I'm pissed off FC every single day of the week.
Terry, one second, KJ. One second. Listen, when Jose got sacked, a lot of men who were riding the Jose out train, like they were the conductor, said, well, listen, now the players can't hide behind this. The board can't hide behind this because we've got rid of what the real poison is. Now we're going to see the true Manchester United. And I said, listen, guys, relax. Jose was a problem. Jose was a problem. But Jose wasn't the problem. And we're going to see it play out. But what we're doing now is the same thing we did about then. We are now allowing the players and the board, the owners, to hide behind a manager's failings. Why is it okay to accept that a manager is not good enough or has his faults or whatever it might be? But the moment you mention a player or the moment you mention a board, that now becomes an issue. Now you're deflecting from the manager. How about we haven't won a Premier League title in 7 years? Who has been in charge of hiring and firing managers for the last 7 years? Why is it that we haven't qualified for the Champions League by a league position 2 years in a row?
Yes.
Why is it that since the Glazers have come in, only the greatest manager of all time has had any kind of sustained success? Because people will say, well, Jose won you a trophy. Yeah, Jose won us the 3 trophies that we, in our history as Manchester United, have cared about the least: the League Cup, Europa League, and the Community Shield. But thank you for the trophy. The trophy is a trophy. But why is it that one of the greatest managers of his generation, probably of all time, couldn't
and you want to know what's
get sustained success at this club? Apparently, he was finished.
And you know,
apparently, Jose Mourinho's finished. But now,
bro,
everyone
and if he ends up at Spurs, and if he ends up winning the Premier League or Champions League with Tottenham in the next couple of years, it will be. Yeah, it'd be even more egg on people's faces. And this is the point. You brought up one major point before we go to Indiana. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The one common denominator at Manchester United since the last time we won a Premier League until now is Woodward and the Glazers. Do you know what's interesting? About a year ago, I remember people saying to me, yeah, but like, so Bobby Charlton and Sir Alex Ferguson are still on the ball. They make decisions. We now know through medical reports that have come out that these men haven't been involved in decision-making for a very, very long time at Manchester United. The one common denominator, and I've seen everybody get blamed since Fergie retired. I've seen, player-wise, Rooney, Fellaini, Juan Mata, Michael Carrick, Jones, Smalling, Cleverley, Welbeck, Chicharito, Darren Gibbs might have already been gone, actually, to be fair. You know, on and on and on and on and on and on. Players get blamed. I've seen every single manager. I've seen every single backroom staff member, our coaching system, our network, our academy, our styles, our philosophy. Every single little thing has been blamed by our ludicrously stupid fans who still buy the merchandise, buy their tickets, and don't really want to get rid of them, other than the people that are running the football club. And isn't it mad when you see the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona going through turmoil? It's the presidents they go after, the people running the club. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool Football Club love Alisson. They love Van Dijk. They love Trent and multiple other players, Bobby Firmino and everybody else. They love Jurgen Klopp. They love their coaches. But look how much they wax lyrical about, is it Martin Edwards? I might have got his name wrong, sorry. The guy that does all their buying. You know, they love him. They love the way FSG runs a club. Why? Because they've been run properly. Ask Man City fans what they think of their owners. They love it. Every single club that's doing well, generally speaking, has a good amount up to an impeccable level of respect and appreciation for their owners and their board, the way they run the club. Every club that's run poorly doesn't. Why do you think that is? At the end of the day, until we either one of two things happen, better owners come in or they run the club better. And we do have the power, people. Anyone who says they haven't got the power is too weak and pathetic a human being to do anything about it. You'd rather have your Instagram post with the brand new shirt and the brand new Adidas trainers to go, I'm such a big Man United fan, than do anything about it. We know what you're at. And if that's you, that's you. That's cool. I'll give you that. But don't give me some pony excuse that, oh, nothing's going to change if I moan. Nothing's going to change if I moan. At the end of the day, this club is rotten to the middle.
They say, oh, nothing's going to change if I moan, but they're moaning about Ollie and wanting him gone. So what are you moaning for?
Exactly. Exactly. Because that's popular, bruv. They're chasing, they just want the likes. They just want the attention. It'd be very easy for me just to be Ollie the whole way through. Indiana's with us. What you saying, bro?
I can't disagree with anything that's been said, but the one thing I will say is I think it's time for Ollie to leave for Ollie.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want to see this guy's reputation in the dirt anymore. That's done enough by the Ollie hours, and I don't think he can bring these players back. I really think it's too far gone now. This disease that's at the club, because that's what it is a disease, filters down to the players. That's what's happening here. They're not even. I look at some of these players and sometimes it feels like they're playing a charity game or a testimonial match. Like they're not even up for it. Mm-hmm. Like they're trying all these Hollywood balls over the top. They're not showing for the ball. Ollie needs to go for Ollie, and I think the only way we actually get any way back is by a new manager coming in and having the new manager syndrome, like that new manager feel. Not because it's a better manager.
No, but what I want to know is, what is it going to take, or who is it going to take for the general consensus among Man United fans to realize that the biggest problem is how the club is run from the top, not results we're seeing at the bottom? That's what I want to know. Because I thought that after Jose and then we got Ollie, now we're in this situation, which I knew we were going to be in. I thought this would be the waking up to realize, oh, man, I was fooled. 18 months ago thinking that the club had actually changed, but we're not. I thought this transfer window would be the eye-opener for so many.
Bro, it never will be.
I just want to know what is it. I think it's going to literally take, because if we could get Pep tomorrow, if we got Pep tomorrow and sacked him in 2 years, people will quicker say Pep is finished. Rather than that, Man United.
Bro, but this, do you know what's crazy about it? But Neeks, listen, bro. The thing is, though, we're never going to realize it. And do you know why? Because what happens is, let's just say tonight, Ollie's sacked. Tomorrow morning, we're all sitting around, lockdown's begun, and we're all a bit depressed. And then what we see is suddenly our apps go off on Man United's thing. There's a guy jumps out of an aeroplane. We're like, who's just jumped? First of all, you think it's a United fan done himself it? No, hang on. He's opened a parachute. The parachute's opened. Oh, he's this way. He's that way. Oh, my God, he's like a daredevil. And there he is. He lands in the circle at Man United, and it's Pep Guardiola to the rescue. I'm here to save you all. And he walks in with his underpants over his suit saying, I'm here to fix you. I'm here to fix Manchester United. What will happen is you'll get people instantly that go, but I didn't want Pep to change, though. he's not my favourite manager, so I am going to be straight on his neck from day one. I'm going to give him time, but what that means is I'm going to give him credit when we win. As soon as we lose, I'm bang on him straight away. He can be 10 on the bounce. One loss, I'm going to tell everyone, see, he's a bottler. He's a bottler. You get those people that do it. You get the fake Man United fans who pretend to be United fans with their big accounts, and they're always going to be negative. They cause up a stir. The media will be looking as soon as they can to call him a bottler, to say the job's too big for him, to say it came too soon for him, whatever it is. The same rhetoric and narrative will be created by a different group. You get someone like, I'm not calling Saeed out here for any reason. Saeed wants Poch. So in my opinion, you get lots of people that want Poch. They will do the opposite, and they'll become like the Ollie Inners now, where they will make, if he is doing bad, they will make every excuse in the world. No, but you've got to give him time. You've got to give him time. Why don't we get this manager seat through to the end? He hasn't got the players that he wants yet. Oh, Pogba this or Rashford that. Maguire isn't right. And you literally, and then what will happen is they'll get rid of him in 2 years, and the next manager will be Nagelsmann, because Nagelsmann's 2 years older. He's done well at Leipzig. And you'll get another new group that don't want Nagelsmann, and their narcissism takes over. You get another group that are desperate for him, and their narcissism takes over. And it becomes an ever-perpetuating cycle. I'm trying not to be hyperbolic here, but I mean this. Man United are stuck in this rut and in this twilight. This is Groundhog Day for life, bruv.
I've said there's no ship. Danny's trying to tell me there's a ship. I told you there's no ship, fam. We got dinghies, fam.
Do you know what? Here's the other thing, right? Here's the thing. Because I think Ollie should go now. I've said that. Not because of Ollie, because of the board. I don't even trust the board to sack him. That's how bad it is.
You can't trust him to do anything.
I can't trust him to do anything. We've been trying to get rid of Phil Jones for 5 years. And listen, we're trying to get rid of Phil Jones for 5 years, and people think Poch is going to come in and clear out all this deadwood and bring in all these players.
Bro, I almost guarantee you, in maybe not this summer coming, if Poch comes in now, but in 2 summers' time, so the summer of 2022, you'll get Poch saying things like he was saying at Tottenham around, not saying I'm not getting backed in those direct words, but it'll be along them lines around, we need more, we need this, we need that, we're looking. You'll get that same thing again, and we saw it this summer. You know, it's just going to keep happening, and it isn't going to go away, and it would just be, there'll be another group, there'll be the Poch inners and Poch outers, then it'll be the Nagelsmann inners, the Nagelsmann outers, and then there'll be another new manager, I don't know, Eddie Howe, whoever.
And when I come out and say, I'll say it again at the time, when I come out and say, I'm not going to be Poch out, I'm not going to be hashtag Poch out because XYZ, I'll be called a Poch apologist.
You've got those standards, Neeks.
All the names in the world, you've lowered your standards. My brother, you've lowered your standards in thinking that a new manager is going to change this club.
Yeah.
Where are your standards? Because if we're not built to win trophies, how is a new manager going to win trophies if the club is not built to win? My standards are actually high. Get back to win.
You know, I think the players have lost their love for the club, you know. I think that's happened from the window.
You want good football and consistent top 4. That's what you want. I want to win trophies, and I know the only way to win is to build a proper foundation. That's the only way. My standards are the same. Yours have lowered.
These men want a mansion on a foundation of sand.
Bruv, they just think. Do you know the interesting thing with this is, right? Clubs that go and get new managers that then make it a success, those clubs tend to have good foundations. They already have something good. They're already like, I literally switched every week whether I thought Jose was good for Tottenham or not. And I had some weeks where I went, I think it's terrible. But it was never about his style. I did think it was a little wrong to go in a completely new direction. However, you learn as you go forward, and they're turning things around quickly. Why? Because Jose isn't as broke mentally as we thought. Why? Because Daniel Levy's learned from the previous 3 clubs' mistakes under Jose and gone, we're just going to give the man exactly what he wants and keep him happy, because a happy Jose is a dangerous Jose. But it's easier. What I've realized, and you learn this as a fan, it's easier to change a club's style and system and philosophy in terms of how they're playing when the structure that's built around you, the togetherness of the team and the direction of the club is sound and it's one and it's whole, when everyone's moving in a new direction at the same time. Man United fans think that we can undo 8 years of problems just by bringing in a new manager. It's impossible. You have to change core issues at the beginning, at the center of the club, and it takes years. And we don't have the fans with the patience. You know why? Because we don't have many supporters of Man United. We have lots of customers and consumers, and they have no patience.
Do you know one of the things I think happens at Man United? I think with owners, right, normal owners who care about their club, they would either have a way of playing or ambitions for the club, and they'd go and seek that manager. Or they would bring in a manager and they would agree a plan to move forwards, right? Between them. I think what happens with Man United is they pick a manager, someone who looks good, someone who could take a few headlines. And then they ask the manager what their plan is. Yep, we'll back your plan. They've got no idea what they're doing, by the way, what this is going on. This manager's got a plan. So this is the direction we're going in at the moment. We'll do this for 12 months. We'll back you in one window. Actually, no, we're not going to follow through with this plan. We're just, you just carry on with what you got. And that's what I think happens. They're so out of touch with actual football.
No, because they realise, this actually takes proper competence and money to do this. We don't want to do that. And you know what's funny, while we fans are here arguing about Poch in, Poch out, Ollie in, Ollie out, whatever manager in or whatever manager out, them man are sitting there going, "Oh, we've got another 12 million in the bank, guys. Like, good job.
Yeah, you look at something that went almost
If he just lost 2-1 to a Turkish team,
something that went almost unnoticed. Something that went almost unnoticed a few weeks ago when the financial reports came out is we lost money because of the pandemic. We knew all of this. But when you go through it all, they still took them out. Look how much money we lost last year as a club, same as all clubs. The man still took out their £23 million dividends. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's crazy. And by the way, how much money were we behind on the bid for Jadon Sancho? It was about what, 15-20 million? We were off the asking price, but yet they still took their £23 million dividends. If they didn't take dividends last year, we could have afforded Jadon Sancho. Theoretically, like, you don't, and that's the thing. Or we could have fixed a damn roof for Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a madness. Boys, I appreciate you all coming on. Do me a favor, everyone tuning in, smash the like button, hit the share button as well.
I'm waiting.
Oh, 1 sec, Safe. We'll come to you to have the final say. We're going live after Chelsea's game. Anita's going to be hosting, so make sure you're tuning in for that. Safe, what you got to say?
Well, first of all, I'm really disappointed by all of you guys. All of you guys are propaganda and you're disrespecting the football club. This issue is the fault of the sponsors that are pumping money to the football club.
What?
It is. Let me explain to you.
What are you talking about?
I don't have the energy for this.
Let me explain to you.
Go on, I'll give you 30 seconds and make it engaging.
Okay, if the sponsor is pumping money into the football club and the football club are not achieving trophies, they're not winning their titles, blame the sponsor, the sponsor people pumping money into the football club. Why are they doing it? How can the sponsor club say, achieve Champions League spot, win the Premier League within 2 years? Otherwise we don't pay.
All I'm going to say is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Safe out. Everyone out. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you all again soon. It's the sponsor's fault. My word. What is he talking about?